Hello and welcome to tonight's LNG Esports Round Up. We're going to cover some news over the last few days. I waited on the Gen.G news because I didn't want to make a video just about Gen.G. So this is 7 teams that have made a move recently or a coaching change, something of note that I think we should go over. So next day that I don't have to do a roundup, the bot laner prospect video will go up. If you missed that, I've done top, jungle, and mid this week. So, starting, Rare Adam, Baolan was allowed to leave. Baolan, I don't know if his contract was up or not. There was no official end date on Leaguepedia. He struggled. He played for Ultra Prime in spring. And then joined Rare Adam and split time with Feather. He only played 9 games, 1-4 KDA, 76 1 KP, 144 damage per minute, 6 champions in 9 games, limited stats out of the LPL. Will he get a spot? I doubt it. I guess he could just because he's a former champion, but I thought he wasn't very good this past split. Now, Gen.G made big moves. They've replaced Peanut and Doran as well as Delight, bringing in Keen, Canyon, and Lahens as well as Coach Kim. So Gen.G are going to be a threat this year. They are going to be one of the best teams in the world, at least on paper to start. We'll get to the whole power rankings and everything else in January. But Keen, 4-3 KDA, 8-5 CS per minute, 57-1 KP. Keep in mind, this is a mix of LCK regular season and summer, the playoffs, regional finals, as well as worlds. So these numbers are obviously excellent. Keen is one of the better top laners in the world. At Worlds, he struggled, which is unfortunate because he hasn't had many opportunities on the international stage, and that this may tarnish his very, very good top laner, better than Doran, in my opinion. 405 gold per minute, 473 damage per minute. So that's 21.3% of gold, 22.9% of damage. So third tier carry and top lane for KT. 45 gold, 1 CS, 95 XP up, not gapping opponents. That is a weird thing. You'd expect Keen to do more with the resources and advantages he was given, but he really didn't. 8 solo kills and 16 champions in 69 games. That champion pool is massive. It truly is, and that kind of relates to the other 2 players on here. Gen.G brought in diverse players. Canyon, although he does not like to play certain champions, he will play them, which is a big deal because Knight recently with the whole not playing Azir thing, it wasn't because he doesn't like it. It wasn't because he's not good at it, really. It's because he just doesn't like playing it because he's not good at it. And if that's the case, practice it. So Canyon, 4-5 KDA, 6 CS per minute, 71 8 KP. Keep in mind these numbers are the same. We got regular season, we got playoffs, and we have worlds. Canyon, longtime D+ jungler, one of the best in the world, one of the best all time. These numbers are excellent in a down year for Canyon, where people are like, he stinks. He is still putting up numbers like he is the best in the world. That is how good he is. 348 gold per minute, 300 damage per minute. That's about 19% of gold, 13.5% of damage. On average, he was ahead of other junglers. 275 gold, 5 CS, 230 XP, 7 solo kills, 19 champions in 59 games. I believe his champion pool was the widest out of any jungler at Worlds, and it may be the widest anybody had all year, all summer to Worlds. Just an absolute menace. He is going to be excellent. I do not know how Gen.G are going to make this work with Keen, Canyon, and Chovy, but somebody has to fall on the sword, and maybe it's going to be bot lane with Pace and Lahens. Wouldn't surprise me. Lahens rejoins Gen.G after 1 year with KT. Had a 4-3 KDA, 69.5 KP, 125 damage per minute as he and Aiming looked like one of the better bot lanes in the world. Lahens is up there. He is an excellent player. 313 vision score per minute, would place about 8 to 9 vision wards every 5 minutes, a control ward every other minute, and clear about 1 ward every 3 minutes, 11 champions, 69 games. And then we have Coach Kim. Kim is a former world champion head coach with IG. 149 and 82 over his career in regular season. 31 and 30 in playoffs or regional finals. I thought that was interesting. And then we have 33 and 12 in international events. So I thought that was interesting. Like, his playoff numbers are not that good, win-loss, but once he gets to an international stage, he steps it up. So if he can get there, watch out for Gen.G. They also brought in Mata and Helper. Now, I do not know if, I'm assuming Kim is the head coach. He isn't listed as that, but he has much more head coaching experience than Mata does. FlyQuest, they announced their roster. Masu is the AD carry, but I'm not going over him because technically he was with FlyQuest already. So Blippo, after a year hiatus, joins the team. 2.7 KDA, 8.6 CS per minute, 58 KP. An excellent carry-oriented top laner with a gigantic champion pool. He's eccentric, he's different, and that offers a lot. He's a lot like the Shy in that way. 422 gold per minute, 544 damage per minute. Also keep in mind these stats are from 2022. That's a different meta, a different time. I think Graves was one of his most played champions, for example. 22.7 gold share, almost 27% damage share. That does shed some light on the carry-orientedness of his play. 395 gold up, 7 CS, 220 XP, 34 solo kills, 25 champions in 80 games. That's all of 2022, not just summer. Inspired, these numbers are from spring when he played with EG before he went on his hiatus. 4.9 KDA, 5.5 CS per minute, 73.7 KP. So these numbers aren't super great. I mean, the KDA is, but the CS is mid. KP is higher than average, so he's more facilitating with EG than usually his carry-oriented self. I am really interested to see how he does on this team. I think Inspired is excellent, right alongside Yike as the best Western jungler there is. If he had played in summer, maybe, honestly, I'd still have him above Yike. I think it's a recency bias thing. 322 gold per minute, 330 damage per minute, so 18% of the team's gold, 14.3% of the damage. On average, did not gap his opponents, which makes sense because of the CS being mid. Down 20 gold, up 60 XP, 9 champions in 25 games. EG would then break everything apart except for Jojopune going into summer. Jensen joins from Dignitas. Jensen's first year where he didn't go to Worlds in forever. Now he joins FlyQuest, a team that looks pretty good on paper. 3.6 KDA, 9 CS per minute, 72.3 KP. Dignitas treated him like he was the carry of the team. They gave him a ton of resources in the mid to late game because you're going to find out that laning-wise, on average, he was behind. So he was able to get gold in the mid to late game. 72.3 KP as well, so they fought around Jensen almost 3 out of every 4 kills. 424 gold per minute, that's about 23.5% of the team's gold. That's secondary carry, clearly. 646 damage per minute is almost 29% of the team's damage. That's primary carry. He was the damage dealer for Dig. Down 210 gold, 50 XP, 5 solo kills, 10 champions in 27 games. We'll see how he does with Fly. And then lastly, we have Buzio, a young player that has a lot of potential. Honestly, I'm really, really excited to see if he can take the next step this year. I thought with 100 Thieves, he did some good things, but at the same time left a lot to be desired. But he's a young player. He played Azir support in one of his first games, which I think is something to note, like just to show how open-minded he is. And being with Blippo, maybe that's going to be a thing. This FlyQuest team may be open-minded. 2.7 KDA, 76.1 KP, 3 out of every 4 kills with 100 Thieves. 120 damage per minute, 313 vision score per minute, would place 9 wards down every 5 minutes, about 2 control wards every 5 minutes, and then clear 3 wards every 10 minutes, so not getting great vision relative to Lehens, but Lehens obviously is much better than Busio. 9 champions in 25 games as well. So this FlyQuest team is going to be interesting. Still don't know who the coach is. Team Liquid announced that Umpty is joining, so they're going to go with a Korean-speaking roster again, I believe, because APA, is mid, and then we still have Yeon, Core JJ from last year, where it was Korean-speaking, then Impact and Umpty. Now, Umpty played for Bro last year, and if you're new to the channel, I think Bro is a very, very boring team. So it's hard to really give Umpty it's hard to really describe Umpty because he was kind of stuck in hell, as far as I'm concerned. 2.9 KDA, 5.4 CS per minute, 76 KP. So he wasn't gapping opponents in the early game, but bro still weren't getting anything done unless Umpty was involved. Over 3 out of every 4 kills. So he was facilitating best he could. And most of the time, if bro had success, it was because of Umpty. In my opinion, he was their best player. 317 gold per minute is 18% of gold, 264 damage per minute, 14.5% of damage. On average, he was slightly behind LCK junglers, down 35 gold, 1 CS, 50 XP, 1 solo kill, and 13 champions in 45 games. We'll see how he does with TL and this roster. With Cuz still completely unemployed. I know there are rumors, but rumors are like toilet paper until they become official. I would have liked to see TL make a run at him, but they didn't, and who knows, maybe he said absolutely not. I saw what Pioshik and Summit went through. I'm not going to do it because apparently at least Summit has really made it known that he wasn't happy in Team Liquid, or at least wasn't happy with the situation, with draft and things like that. KT fill out their roster. They've signed Beryl, obviously one of the best supports ever, if not the best. He's obviously multi-world champion. But he really entered his face-off with DRX last year alongside Paddock. 1.9 KDA, 67.8 KP, 162 damage per minute. So he does deal more damage than your average support, but did die a lot. He's like a Korean Hillsong, except that because he's Korean, he's better, and he somehow wins Worlds. With some crazy picks at Worlds, he just comes up with things, playing Genshin Impact instead of actually playing the game, but somehow wins. 325 vision score per minute, 8 wards every 5 minutes, a control ward every other minute, and clears actually more wards than control wards he puts down, which is interesting. Not many players can do that, so his vision is efficient. 14 champions in 49 games. Another support, Ignar NRG, has allowed him to go. He was still under contract. 4.5 KDA, 70.3 KP, 134 vision score, damage per minute. The rumors are that he's going to the LEC, but I have not seen that in the GCD yet. Definitely made NRG go and got them to Worlds, in my opinion. I think that it was very reminiscent of the FlyQuest 2020 team, where it was the mid, jungle, and support doing a lot of the heavy lifting. 134 damage per minute, 3.38 vision score per minute, almost placed 2 wards every minute, which is crazy high. 3 control wards every 5 minutes, and cleared 2 wards every 5 minutes, 11 champions, 46 games. Ooh, that's a lot. So, last team, LNG. Poppy has been allowed to go. Poppy had a 44-20 record with LNG in the regular season, 32-28 in the playoffs and regionals, and then went 5-6 at Worlds. Is he the problem? No. So for Poppy to fall on the sword and be the scapegoat is definitely something. We'll see what LNG does with the roster going forward, because I think the rumor is that Tarzan's out, and so is Hung. So we'll see. Based on what I've read in the rumor mill that goes around that, it's just kind of like tabloid material at this point. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.